And welcome back to another episode of All of Fabric 6, where last time we started digging into power. And yeah, it's a mess down here, but we will slowly improve things. So yes, the terrible manual massive craft is still running away in the background. I'm probably going to cancel this. I mean, we do have a few spare crafting CPUs, so it's not the end of the world that this is just sitting there running, but it's going to take another hour. It's actually sped up a lot when I switched over from using the modern industrialization item pipe to the Industrial Revolution one with the servo, just because these kind of run on like 3-second timers unless you speed them up. Although, I don't know if you can speed up the frequency or just the amount they extract. I'm not entirely sure. But today, we're going to be getting ourselves a pattern provider and potentially breaking the craft. Nope, he's happy. He's not too bothered. And what we're going to be checking in here is the recipe for energized steel, which is one of these. Now, in older versions of Power, it was a real pain getting the extraction to work properly. But it seems like in the newer ones, and actually we can probably just tie into this for now. This should extract from here as well. It seems in these newer versions, or maybe just the fabric version, it can tell the difference between an input and an output item. So there must be like internally input and output slots, so you don't end up extracting inputs. And with the changes to any pattern providers, you can put it in blocking mode, and you don't have to worry about multiple things getting pushed in there and wrecking your recipe. So this is going to be, yeah, very simple. Yep, we should just be able to get energized steel now. Like if we asked for 2 stacks of it. We're short of iron. Whoops. I think I turned all of that. Yeah, I made a bunch of beacons. That should fix things. Energized steel. Let's go for 128 of these. And that should be fine if this craft wasn't going. So let's cancel this uraninite one. And why are you not picking up? Oh, these are linked to specific things. Right. So if we go for power, we have the laser wrench thing. Which, there we go, we can see where these are linked. And these were all linked to that one, which I guess we'll have like 2 in 1. And it's slowly going to craft these. Yeah, which is running. And we might actually be draining the power in this now. Not yet. I don't know if that's because all of our other power gens keeping up, or it's these energy cells. These energy cells from Industrial Revolution are a little bit fiddly because we're running our power from a reactor up here. It should be fine because these are already set to input over in this thing. We're full on power anyway. Full on power, and these are running away. Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine, I think. I think this is not where the elevator is. Where is the elevator? It's here. So this is just going to run away. I'll tick away. That's cool. We're pretty full on uraninite. Or uraninite, however it's meant to be pronounced. And with that, we actually should now be able to start thinking about crafting the next tier of energizing rod. Which, okay, we don't have quests for the individual ones. It's okay. This will be used to make higher tier solar panels if we wanted them. Or I thought also like this tier of energizing rod. These hardened capacitors, and they need these things. Right. Still a little bit of a bug with that. So this is just a crafting one. So that's crafting those capacitors, and then now... this should take any quartz block. Or just nether quartz. We'll try that. And we should be able to get a couple of these energizing rods. 3 of these ones. And yeah, because we crafted a whole bunch of that energized steel, they are done already. Nice. And then we can plonk these. We can actually replace these. And yep, I forget they don't stack, which is cool. Because they got an internal buffer. And then we can chuck these in here, and we should hopefully be able to upgrade them to the next tier as well. And yes, it's picked up that there's 3 of them available. So that should, yep, that was a straightforward craft. And then, that was not what I expected. These, and then I don't know where these are going to be linked to. We'll say the bottom ones go there, and these top ones go here. And then we got a couple of things. Now, we didn't need to have multiple, but I figure, you know, good to spread out the workload so things don't block. And cool, and then we just need to grab some of that. Boom, energized steel. Easy. Piece of cake. Got all the better power cables. 5,000 a tick. There's an FE. I can't remember the rate between FE and LF. I'm going to assume these aren't as good as these, just because these were like the top tier and these are only like the 3rd tier of power cable. But cool. I guess we just immediately go on to the next tier. And that is blazing crystals. And probably this is better, right? Because 1 blaze rod would become, if we found something that crushes them, 1 would become 4. Gee, that's much of a muchness, isn't it? Because we don't have the create crushing wheels, so I guess, well actually no, let's not do that. Let's do it that way. Now, I don't know that we have a lot of blaze rods. So getting some blazing crystals might be interesting. We've only got 7. I mean, that's enough to get us started, right? And that'll hopefully... Let's craft. I can't even see the lasers anymore. I think that's conflicting with the shaders a little bit. And then boom. Getting blazing crystals. And potentially it might be nicer just to skip straight to Niotic. Because, I mean, we're still going to need the previous tier occasionally, but diamonds we have a lot more of. They're easier for us to get. And we've actually already got the quest for that, but let's teach the recipe anyway. Now that's 300,000 FE. So this thing only produces 700, and it's only the basic. Could we get the? I mean, we've got to go through the different tiers, don't we? Of reactor. Like, basic can be used to make this, which we know how to make everything of. I doubt I've got everything for that, unfortunately. And then that can be used to make the blazing tier. We don't know how to make this, but now we do. And then the blazing one, or this blazing one, can be used to make this tier. Which needs these things, which we should now know how to make. If I can find some gaps. Would we have the materials for this? Now, we should be able to get rid of this, no problem. not an issue that we don't have a reactor because we've got other power gen. If we wanted 36 of this, we're short 16 diamonds and 65 blaze rods. But apart from that, we're actually not bad. Yeah. Yeah, let's organize getting some blaze rods. And we've got a couple of options. We could do the spirit revitalizer thing that we've got sitting way over there. Or we could do some deep mob learning. If we got ourselves, just because this is the new shiny thing, if we got ourselves a nether data card, which one looks like a nether one? Nether data model. Wait, did we already craft that? Oh, we've already got that. And we plonk this in here. You take these out just so we can see what. So it's like piglins, zombified piglins, ghasts, magma cubes. That's pretty much everything. Let's go hunt in the nether for a bit. We should be able to level that up pretty quick. And nothing should be much of a challenge. Oh. With our gamer axe. I forgot I made this cursed dirt mob farm. Just randomly came across it. But yeah, this will work. This will work. We're actually getting blaze rods as well, which is nice. I got too confident at the mob farm. I was getting pretty good nutrition as well, but that's all gone now. 22 blaze rods, and we should also have we've got a self-aware nether model, which is pretty good. Now this uses more power, which might be a concern. Could actually be a concern. But if we were to chuck this into here, no. Take this out and we can chuck this into here and start making nether data models. And I feel like, oh, we didn't already have a overworld one, and I just rotated that. Let's hope that still works. Off away this stuff. Can we get the 36 of these now? No, we're still missing 43, but we got a bunch of this pristine matter. Let's upgrade our helm. Let's get a bunch more upgrades going in here. Not that I think it's going to improve it too much, but be better than what we've got. So you're going to start producing this hellish matter, and then we can just use that to make blaze rods with bones. Just not a bad, not a bad thing. And then can we make bones with, make 22 bones with 1 bone meal? That's pretty good. So let's take a bunch of these. Like, that's ridiculous. And we could create actually hellish matter. We could do it that way. Let's do it that way. We get some bones. What was the... Oh, right, it was like that. Boom. There's 61 blaze rods. I won't bother doing that recipe stuff. And then now we can ask for 36 of these if we had more diamonds, which I suspect... I have a whole bunch of diamond ore that... yeah, we can just... And then now we ask for this. Now, having the resources is one thing. Actually being able to craft all this stuff, that could be another story, power-wise. We'll see how we go. Oh, we can take that out of our offhand. Because, yeah, we've got a bit of a buffer. I think we should have enough power in our buffer. We're actually not even draining it at the moment, which is a good sign. Yeah, and since we're not currently using this, just make sure all of these are pointing here. Just to speed this up, and you can stay pointing there. And now it's kind of just a waiting game. But yeah, so these things take 300,000 FE. And the blazing ones, well, they take 90,000. So yeah. Okay, let's check this recipe over here. And let's go back to splitting these half and half. It's kind of, it's going to be a bit faster. We're doing it a little bit in parallel, but still pretty slow. And a bunch of crafting later. Well, not me crafting, a bunch of this thing crafting. We're good. We're good. Why can't I see where this is going to place? Okay, so this only works with shaders. Weird. I might check this forward. Here. And we'll go for this tier of reactor. Now, Niotic. This should be a significant step up. Niotic reactor, 18,000. Roughly 18,000 FE attack. I think it was 700 before, so that's, yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good. Power has actually, we're back up in the good amount of power, so that's cool. I wouldn't mind testing this out. If we had some ore, something we can just process in this, because I know this drains power pretty quick. You start doing your thing. I think we've actually got a bit of ore in here as well. Let's just grab some gold, a bit more tin. And let's just process all this tin. So that should be starting to chew through the power. Definitely. Definitely chewing through the power. These will start to, I mean, they're still producing a decent amount of power. These will slowly increase. I think all of these are running, at max. So this is kind of the maximum amount of power we make. I don't know if these actually generate anything. This one does, because it's underneath light, yeah. Kind of just left over from before we had a roof. But if we were to grab uranite, you would start producing 10,000. That's pretty good. We would check a bucket of water in there. Dry ice. Coal. And redstone. Generating 14,000, 16,000, which is pretty good. And then we connect this here. Make sure you're on auto mode. Are you actually extracting? No, these cables could be a bit... Oh, it's definitely extracting. I think we're hitting the limit of these cables. Or our power's maxed. And we've backfilled. No. It is rising though, so that's, yeah, significant increase in power generation. That's pretty good, pretty happy with that. And then we can probably start playing around with some power storage. Like we could carry on and get these crystals, but we probably want to start doing this sort of stuff. So we can like store energy. Like how much energy does one of these store? Don't know. Let's teach all these recipes because I assume, I mean, we can skip straight to that one. And then they take the tiers before. So I'll chuck these recipes in and we'll at least get Niotic energy cells. I think will be nice. Right. Recipes taught. So maybe we can get... No. No, we're short of blaze rods and iron ingots again. I mean, yeah, we're going to have to sort some iron in a bit. And blaze rods, this thing's been running for a bit. Yeah, you've been running for a bit. So we can craft more blaze rods this way, right? There we go. And then now we can craft. Now we can craft one of them. 140 iron, that's a lot. Yeah. It's a lot of stuff crafting. Yep, these are going to work. We actually probably also want to get the next tier of rod, right? That should be a thing. We know how to make, if I could ever open the right thing that I'm looking for. And yeah, I did go ahead and add another one of the not super efficient Applied logistics things. I don't know, it works. It works, and then we can craft one of these. I probably should have replaced one of them. We're going to be a little bit stuck waiting for that energy cell to craft. You're only scheduling 2 of these, so maybe that won't take too long. I had I had this cable touching these, which was joining all of this together, which broke stuff. That took a little bit of figuring out. But now, yeah, we've actually got the energy cell already. Nice. Quest completed. Energy cells. Well, I think we're going to start storing power down here. It's kind of going to be the power storage thing. Where we want to put it. Let's just check it here. So you will hold 100 million. You hold 25 million. Let's just quickly check this. Energizing rod in. Speed up some of these crafts. Actually, let's just upgrade all of these. I think it's time. I think it's time to try and get 5 of these. We've got the stuff. These crafts should be pretty quick now that we've got one of those tier 1s. Yeah. So that's completed that. Which gets us another wrench. We don't need that. We can make an ender core. So I taught the recipe for that. Actually, we can try craft it. It's kind of all, they're all sharing the same things here, so that's gonna be a thing. But those are much faster now, and hey look, we've already got another one of these. And once this is here, it should be even faster. Yeah, we're doing okay for power. We might actually start hitting the limits of these cables. Oh, we got our ender core. Nice. Now, I don't think... Does this do anything by itself? Ender core is the base of a frequency-based wireless energy network. So I think we need to use it to craft stuff first. and I'm assuming that's like an ender cell, so part of a wireless network. You can add ender cells, okay. So an ender cell niotic. Looks like a pretty cheap recipe, right? Let's get a few of these. We should craft decently fast. Now they're not too bad. And then we can make this ender cell. And if you were connected, I guess... Let's do this for now. You take power in... Facing... Receive, extract. So you should... 0 out of 0 FE. So I think I'm missing something here. You can add ender cells. Now do we... Is this like a... Yes, shift clicking that in there now means that this holds that much power. Right. Cool. And now this is wireless somehow. You've never actually played around with this wireless stuff. So the ender gate is an item that allows you to tap into your ender network to input or output energy. It's cheaper than ender cells, making it better for transfer to your machines, but doesn't have an internal capacity. Okay. So we definitely want to teach... Ooh, rules like niotic cables, which we probably want to know how to make. So this thing was... Assuming this recipe is like clearing a frequency. That's pretty straightforward. We could go for this route. I think we'll go for this route. So we don't have to make the previous tiers. And we knew all the stuff for that as well. Because we haven't been using these ones. So if we were to ask for an ender gate, should work. I think. Yep. Some stuff happened. Oh, we got 4 of them. That's neat. So are you just automatically on the right frequency? You are just connected to that. That's brilliant. Now I don't know what these channels mean. Like I don't know how you would change this to a different channel if you wanted to. Not that we want to. But cool. So then now we have this wireless power. So we could, and we should, get rid of all this. And then I'm assuming this is cross-dimensional as well. We can get rid of this. We don't have any more of those plates. And then we could... I guess we'd just chuck it... Well, we'll chuck this one here. There. Facing up. Extract. And if we were processing some ores... It's hard to tell if that's draining because... Yep. We're kind of making decent power. If we were to disconnect this... So yeah, the power's dropping. So sweet. That's working. That's working. Wireless power. That's so handy. But cool. So then now we could actually upgrade our player transmitter as well. Because that initial one needs that aerial pearl. We should do this. And then we'll have like super good power to our player all the time. Which will be nice.
Oh, slight distraction there. So back about a day later, just trying to finish off whatever I was up to. So we're crafting these player transmitters. I think this was the next one. And then surely we can get this final one. And yeah, we could be efficient and try and spread these out over different crafters. Don't know if it actually helps. I mean, maybe. Like if you have if you had everything in here, this one crafter. Although it can use the molecular assemblers on either side, I don't know. I think it's better to spread stuff out vertically rather than horizontally. But I don't actually know how much of a difference that makes. So for being super efficient, we'll grab this player transmitter. It's the binding card, right? And then if we go for the top tier one, craft that. And that's looking pretty good. Nice. Get ourselves the Niotic tier player transmitter. Check in this binding card. And that should mean, because before when I'd have this gamer axe enabled, it would slowly drain power. Which it's still doing. I thought this would transfer more than that. It like instantly charges when it's off. Actually, maybe this just doesn't charge when it's on. Well, we've got ourselves a bit of better power generation, and we've got ourselves better inventory charging. And this area down here, yeah, we'll tidy it up in a bit. But we'll come back next time, carry on through some more power, maybe get to the final tier of like nuclear reactor, maybe play around with some other things, rip up all this lava. We're not going to need this anymore. It'd be kind of cool. But anyway, it's been ClassicDuff. Thanks for watching. Come back next time for some more All the Fabric 6. See ya.